Hey guys, it's Eagle back again with another episode inside of Technological Journey. Um, got a lot done in the last episode, kind of started our way into the Steam Age here. As you can see, I've done a little bit of digging out of our base. I also extended this downward, and if we travel just down here, you can see that I've begun work on building a little bit more. So keeping it pretty simple right now. I'll add some more as we go along, but I added the stone brick here. And I think in today's episode, we're going to kind of build that big window that I talked about in yesterday's episode. So let's go ahead and do that. But let's go back home real quick rather than swim around. I'm going to go up here. And the first thing I wanted to do today is complete our blast furnace setup that we started working on last time. And as you can see, I have all the blocks I need for that. Although something different about this that I didn't know is you can actually make these industrial primitive blast furnaces. That's from Gregicality, which apparently is just an upgraded version of the primitive blast furnace. To make it, all you needed was fairly simple. You just needed the actual blast furnace, which we had, 4 furnaces and 4 extra fire bricks, and that's all you needed to make the extra or the upgraded version. Now, I have no idea what it does. I have no idea if we're even going to be able to utilize this. So it could have been a big mistake on my end, but we're going to figure it out together. So let's go ahead and figure out where we want to put this. I think I'm just going to put it in one of these corners because we're going to be building and rearranging stuff throughout the episode today, but I want to just get this down and get this ready to go. So let's just go ahead and start with building this multi-block. We're going to try to wall share it. Not by try, we are going to wall share it, assuming that is a possibility, but we're going to definitely go ahead and do that. Let's put this down. Very nice. And this is a 4-block tall multi-block. This should make us good to go. Invalid structure. What did I miss? Is this different? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can these not be wall shared? Uh-oh. Thought they could be wall shared. Let's just try 1 for now and see if we can get that one to work. Did this one work? Invalid structure. Okay, so let's see. Maybe the industrial one has a little bit different. Yes. Okay, so the industrial one does need an import bus, and I assume an output bus as well. Okay, so that's not too hard, but it is LV. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that right now until we get steel, but that's okay because we made so many fire bricks that we can go ahead and just make ourselves the original primitive blast furnaces. But we do have these now in case we need them, and we should be able to make a quad one at some point using the industrial primitive blast furnaces. That way we can have steam going at all times. So that's not too bad. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get back to making the original one again. It's all right. It's not a big deal. We have a lot of iron for this reason, and that we're doing this just to try things. So we're gonna need to make a few more plates. Let's make a few more rods. Start with 4. Let's turn 2 of these into screws and bolts. Very cool. And then from here, I think we can just make ourselves another one. The recipe did not. Oh, so it's 2 screws per. Okay, no big deal. 3 rods. We're going to make 2 more rods. I said this in the last episode, but I'm getting much better, I feel like, at this little micro crafting mini game that is GregTech. But yeah, it would be nice to have the stuff auto crafted at some point. But there we go. We got our 2 OG PBFs ready to go. So we should be able to just use these now like we expect to be using them. So not too bad. We're not too far away from getting that import bus and output bus, and then we should just be able to make a quad IPBF, which could be pretty cool. I don't know how fast they are or how good they are, but I'm excited to find out. All right, let's try this again. 5, not too bad. These are the regular ones. Cool, cool. And should just need one more. All right, let's see. This should be perfect. And there we go. Looks like this is a valid structure, both of them. So that is cool. So now all we got to do here is collect our block of iron. Let's check on the steel recipe. Let's see what they got going on here. So we can use iron and we can use wrought iron. It cuts the time in more than half. So we're definitely going to use the wrought iron that we have. So let's go ahead and just get that going. I think what we are going to do, we're going to dual task this. We're going to take 2 stacks of iron, turning them into wrought iron, and we're going to take 2 stacks of wrought iron and get those turning into steel. I did a little bit more mining, not crazy amount of mining, but just enough to hopefully get us through. Made some more bronze. We got a good amount of iron to hopefully keep us going on steel for at least a little bit. But all that stuff will be awesome, and we'll get that handled. So let's go ahead and put that in here. It is going. Very cool. Put that in here. Very nice. And then we can use these irons to turn this into the hot iron. I was making some more stone over here for the building project, and I think that is going to be what we do while we wait here to get some steel going. So let's go ahead and do some building then. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Okay, very nice. I'm liking the way this is turning out so far. I'm going to have to fill this wall in. I'm not sure how tall I'm going to make it yet. I'm thinking 13 tall, because each one of these layers is 13 deep. So I was thinking if I make this 13 tall and I'm going to make it go all the way across, that'll give us a good amount of height on each level. So let's go ahead and just continue building this. I just ran out just a little bit ago on stone bricks. So, and I don't think we're going to have enough totally yet, but we'll get by with it. So let's figure out how we want to do this. This top layer. Okay, so let's put the stairs up to this level. I'm sure we're going to want some kind of side windows here. So let's do one over the stair level. Okay, so this will be like the floor. And one over the stair level. Is that the same? I can't tell. No, it goes straight down. All right. Oh, we lost some. Ow. Okay, so this should be fine. Let's just clean this up a little bit. Looks pretty good so far. Not a whole lot going on, but should be fine. So there, here. Okay. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for an entrance yet. I'm thinking just right here, it'll be a door. But, yeah, we need to get that figured out at some point. Cool. And then this will go all the way across again. And this will go to here. And then this will go all the way across again. And I think this side will probably just go all the way across. And then this will be obviously the huge window, which I'm going to need a lot of glass for. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have enough. So we're going to have to figure that out. But it should be pretty cool. And there'll be a lot of machines down here. And it'll give us opportunities to expand. So I think on the middle parts of each of these sections, I want to make it to where you can have a doorway that will go outward, so we can have a little walkway down this path into other sections of the base. Same with this side going along that shoreline. So that should be pretty cool. But let's figure out how we want to do this now. Let's work on this back layer. So we're gonna have to dig a little bit here. I guess what we should start with is getting the height dialed in. So maybe right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is the height. That's pretty tall, but that's okay. Let's see if I can hit this jump. Okay, I thought I missed for a second, but all right, so we did make it. So 13 tall. Okay, it's not nearly as tall as I was expecting. That should be perfect height, actually. Let's make sure that we're still getting steel, still getting hot iron ingots. Cool. Oh, okay, this actually isn't, I guess it is just 30 seconds per, so we'll just let that rock. It looks like it takes 2 coal per 2 coal per steel. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out a setup for getting, I assume charcoal can be used as well. So we need to get us an easier setup for charcoal. I might just set up one of these. I might just take this furnace here. Oh, no, I'm gonna need to be careful with that. Oh, geez. Okay. Just tap on it and just disappears. Goodness gracious. Okay. What was I even smelting in here? Were they doing anything? I don't think it was even doing anything. It just had coal in it. Okay. Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to take this iron furnace and probably set it up just like this, but it's just going to be full of logs. Full of logs, creating us charcoal, hopefully. And yeah, then that we can use that to continually feed our steel setup. So, very cool. But let's continue to building. It looks like we're definitely going to need more. We're going to need more stone brick than I was expecting, which is fine. It's not hard to get. It's not hard to make, at least. But we do have to clear out some of this wall. I think this would be the easiest way to do it, rather than try to get 3x3. This thing is very satisfying to use. Okay. Whoa. Have the added benefit here of getting some some copper as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I've been having a lot of fun recording it. It's been very chill for me. Been inspired to just hop on every day and play for a little bit and just take you guys along with me. So nothing super planned. I'm kind of just going off the cuff here, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that, like I said. But yeah, obviously keep giving me ideas for for things to do in here, because I am definitely no expert, but I'm learning slowly but surely. This side's a lot taller. Might need to clear out some of the mountain on this side just so we can have an entryway. Although I do kind of like it being tucked in a way. Not sure yet. I don't know how much steel we're going to need for any kind of completion, but I think the goal today is to get our first circuit made. I don't think we're that far off from that. We have the coated circuit boards. We just got to surround them with some copper wire. Not sure about the vacuum tubes. I think we just need to make some red alloy at some point for that, so we may need to make another multi-block. So maybe we're a little bit further off than I think, but we'll see how far we can get today. All right, let's clear out the inventory a little bit. Got that mined out. Very nice. Getting some extra ore too. All right. Is there a builder's wand in this? There are. Ooh. Don't have a diamond one, unfortunately. Let's see here. I guess I'll just go with the iron one. I don't know exactly how good it'll be, or if it'll even be more useful than what I'm doing right now, but actually we'll make two. We'll make two just to be safe. Let's see if these will be good for us. 2 iron wands. Very nice. Okay, so then I think theoretically I can just build this across, and then I can I go north-south, or? What am I doing wrong? Why does it want to go this way? I don't want to go that way. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It only wants to go... doesn't want to go north-south. It only wants to go here, which does nothing for us currently. Okay, well, we tried. I'm sure I'm just missing. Actually, let me look at the controls. Wand, build. Maybe there's not anything for that. Switch, mode switch. I don't even know if that's a thing. If that's the same mod, but we'll try it. Nope. Okay, well, I don't know. We tried. Let's go to sleep here, and I can just use the radio building thing that we've been using, and it should be perfect. I'm not exactly sure what that mod's called either. Probably should figure that out, but let's just try that. Be really nice if I had flight. I don't know when we're gonna get that first flight. I haven't looked ahead. Okay, wall. This isn't a super fast way to do it either, if I'm being honest. I was in the wrong mode. Honestly, it might be faster to just do it manually like this. At least for this side. When there's a back wall here, I think it'll be a lot easier. Okay. Getting close to the top. Yep, last block. Start to get a feel on how big this is going to be. We're obviously going to add some windows and such into this, so it's not too terribly bland. But let's see how it looks from a little bit of a distance. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Now we can start building a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Are we already out? Okay. Well, we knew that was going to happen. That's a lot of that's a lot of stone brick. So let's go ahead and just get 8 more going. We're actually running out of cobblestone. They're going to give me an excuse to go mining again. I wouldn't be upset about it. That's not even going to work, is it? I don't think the lignite's quite as good as the regular stone. Whatever we get out of this is what we get out of it. Let's see. Okay. So that's rocking. We got ourselves more of that. It looks like this is almost out. We're gonna have to make more hammers. Yep, okay. Not a big deal, not a big deal, not a big deal. All we need is some sticks. We're gonna make 2 hammers. Not a big deal. How many crafting? They actually have decent durability. I like how they don't have a different durability versus crafting durability. It's so nice how long they last. That is one of the most annoying things in Greg Tech is that crafting tools break so quickly. But yeah, there we go. So we got a good amount of that going. Let's put these tools back into our bag. We can put the wands in there too for now, even though who knows. That back, put that back. Iron furnace we'll hang on to for the time being. Put that other hammer in there. All right. I guess we can put this away for now as well. Get ourselves some steak, and it looks like all this steel should be done. Oh, so it filled up with the dark ashes that quickly, huh? Okay, so now I can see where the automation part of it would be very useful. What can we turn this into? Can we electrolyze it and centrifuge it into things? Ashes and carbon. Centrifuge. Packer. Press it into block of dark ashes. I don't know. I don't know. Might just be a byproduct that's meant to get thrown away, but we'll hang on to it for the time being. I do have this dust chest going. Okay, I may end up moving some of these storages into a specific spot because it is in a weird location right now. We have so much room, I feel like I can probably section off some things, but not too bad. But let's take a look at the quest book here. Okay, so primitive alloy smelter. This is going to be how we make some of the better alloys like pulsating iron and red alloy. Okay, so you need to combine materials under pressure with high heat. And the steam alloy smelter consumes steam and combines materials together. This may be your first true GregTech multi-block, so this quest will also provide a description of how they work. Requires 2 input buses. Okay, so these are ULV, which I believe take wrought iron. And lead cable. So we need to make more lead cable. We're gonna need a lot of wrought iron. Gonna need a lot of that. Okay, so in preparation, actually, yeah, it should be fine. We'll just make ourselves 2 more stacks of hot ingots. We also upgraded this furnace into a gold one, obviously. I didn't talk about that. But I used the precious metal that we had and turned it into enough gold to make it. We do have some more, so we could make more if we needed to. But that's what we have right now. But anyway, let's start working on the primitive alloy smelter. So we need the actual block itself. So it's 2 pistons, some steam motors. Cool, so let's just save that. What else we need? 2x import buses, an input hatch, an output bus. This is for items. Input hatch. I assume that's for steam. 2x import, which would be for the 2 different materials that we're alloying. Outputs is the item, and then the holes. Okay. What does this look like? Okay, so steam hatch in the back, input output buses in the front, and topped off with the bronze holes. Okay, cool. I've never seen this multi-block before. This is interesting. So the bottom layer is there, and then empty and empty. All right, shouldn't be too bad. Let's get going on this. Let's start by making ourselves a lot of bronze, which this may not even be enough, but we'll try. All right. Maybe I should. No. Okay, so we can't make the high pressure stuff until we get the steam. At least I don't think so. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so we've got 30 bronze plates. We need 8 holes. This is enough to make 3. Oh, good. Good thing I made a lot of bronze. There we go. Okay, so we have our 8 bronze holes. Not too bad. We're gonna need a lot more bronze though. For the steam motors, we need more sticks, more iron ingots, and more iron rods. Let's just go ahead and craft ourselves 30 of those. Let's get that out. That out. Not too bad. Okay. Let's get ourselves 32 iron rods. We're gonna need ingots as well. Bronze plates. We're also going to need regular sticks. Okay, cool. So let's make ourselves 2 of these steam motors. Actually, we're going to need 4 of them because 2 of them are going to be used in crafting the pistons, which we need more iron plates, more iron gears. Not a big deal, not a big deal. There's more iron plates there. Iron gears. Okay, I can't remember how we craft those. It's the wire cutter plates and rods. Okay, so we're gonna need more plates. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and make a few more of those. We got enough rods for the time being. Got enough plates for the time being. We just need a wrench. These monsters spawning underneath my base are so annoying. I'm gonna have to either fill it in or, I mean, I thought I've lit it up down underneath of us so well, but it's just not seemed to be working well. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, back to the, where is my, oh, it's a wire cutter. We're gonna need 4 of these gears. There we go. And that should be, after we acquire our fire bricks, should be our primitive alloy smelter. Cool, so that's the second part done. Now all we need is the lead cable, which I'm sure we're gonna need more of. So let's go ahead and just get that now. Let's make some more lead plates. Let's make 8 of them. Which then at that point we can turn them into wires. Got the rubber, the string. Starting to get the hang of it. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We got 12 more. Cool. Let's check the quest book again. Okay. Let's start with the input buses. So we're going to need... Actually, let's figure out how many machine holes we're going to need. These all take ULV... These all take ULV holes, I believe. So we're going to need at least 2. This is going to need one as well. And this is going to need one as well. So we're going to need 4 ULV input holes, which is going to be a lot of wrought iron. Just start by making this. This is not going to be enough because we're going to need 4 of them. So we're going to need... Okay, so we need 18. To make 2 more. So this will make us the other holes. It was 16, not 18, but that's okay. So then we need, that's going to be for 1. We need 2 per. Let me just double check, make sure I'm doing this right. So it's 3. So we need an extra 12. So we need 10 more. Not bad. And we have everything we're going to need here. The casings and this. Cool. Now, we just need some chests. Got some here. So 2 chests on the top. Boom, boom. 2 input buses. Cool. On the bottom, output bus. What else do we need? We need a single piece of glass on top for the input hatch. Cool. Okay, so that should be just about everything we need to get this up and running. So let's check this structure again. So it's the 3 on the back. Okay, so we only need a few fire bricks, only 12. Not too bad, but let's go ahead and get this rock in here. Let's put it right next to these guys. So we're gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we'll have this as the import, or maybe I should put it over there by the steam. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go put it over here. I don't have these laid out very well, but we're gonna figure it out. So 1, 2, that's gonna be the input hatch. Okay. Output bus, we can have that side. Input buses will both be here. Alloy smelter will go up here. And I think it's just the rest are filled with this. And then the top is the bronze holes. There we go. And we have ourselves a primitive alloy smelter. Now, all we need from here is to get some bronze pipes, I believe, through here from the boiler into here. Not too big of a deal. So let's figure out the bronze pipe situation. There's 2 more. Small bronze pipes is probably all we're going to need. But let's get the recipe for these. It's just more bronze plates. Okay, so we can just turn these into those. All right, let's just do that then. Recipe. There we go. We got 10 bronze pipes. We're also gonna need this wrench. I don't much like the wrench texture in this. It looks weird compared to the other one, but okay. Oh, these are so weird compared to what I'm used to with Greg Tech pipes. Okay, and let's get rid of that. And this will be... Is this getting any steam? It is getting steam. Okay, cool. Let's also top this thing up with some heat because it is super low. I've been kind of playing it slow with this because off camera these did explode, and I had to remake the macerator and the compressor. But I realized I didn't talk about that. Yeah, when I moved them, I forgot that what happened is I tried to fill it up with more water when it was still hot, when it was empty, and it just boom exploded. Which as soon as it happened, I kind of just sat there and paused and was like, I am not a smart man. But we got to figure it out. We fixed it. We redid everything. But very cool. So now, oh, over my wall? That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. There's a mob problem at this base. Okay, let's see here. So we've got that done. Invar is what we're gonna need for some things. Fused quartz, or I think we just do glass and, yeah, just glass and, or just all, it's all nether quartz. Okay, not bad. Okay, not too bad. Not bad. I'm not sure. So we're gonna have to go to the nether. Because we're gonna need to get some obsidian. We got a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and start by grabbing our steel out, getting our first steel. Also gonna need to put 2 more stacks of coal in here. We really need to get going on charcoal automation. That is a must. Also, the sooner we can upgrade these to have them export some things instead of just sitting there, the better. But for the time being, we have some steel. But let's go ahead and clear out our inventory a little bit. It can get pretty crazy if you don't watch it. The pipes. Don't want these ashes, do I? Oh, we should put them here. Okay. That should be not too bad. All right. Well, let's take a look at the quest book. I think what we're going to want to do is, if we want to work our way towards our primitive processor, we're going to need to get some red alloy ingots. And creating red alloy, you can, I think, oh, you can't mix it by hand. Interesting. Well, how's that going to work? Ooh, okay. Well, it's red and it's an alloy. Red power 2. Users are turning in their tombs right now. How on earth do we make this? Primitive alloy smelter. Okay, so you just use the primitive alloy smelter with copper and redstone. Okay, cool. Well, I have not found any redstone yet, but we do have a good amount of copper, and we're going to need a lot of this stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is, for the first time in this series, I'm going to take a quick break, go find some redstone, and then I will be back with hopefully some of that stuff getting ready to smelt. Okay, and we are back after a little bit of mining. We have collected ourselves a decent amount of redstone. So not too bad, not too bad. So we have a good amount now, and I think we can start now creating our first red alloy. So I'm not sure how this machine works exactly, but let's give it a try. So these are both import buses. So let's just put copper in here, redstone in here, and it looks like it's working. So in 30 seconds, we should have our our first red alloy ingot. And I think I can automate this. I don't think it can auto input unless I have a hopper going into this, but I think it should be able to auto output. So let's go ahead and grab a chest and see if I can put that here and if it will auto output. So let's find out. Is it in here? There we go. So it did auto output into that chest, which is nice, which means it shouldn't get clogged theoretically if I do automatically input things into here. So I don't think I can, like I said, I don't think I can just put chests here and auto input, but let's try it. Let's actually go with barrels. Barrels might be easier. Barrel. Minecraft barrel. For now, because then we can use iron furnaces mod or iron chest mod to make that better. So let's get some wood. Let's get some wood. Okay. And let's make 2 barrels. Not too bad. Let's see if these will work. Boom, boom. Let's put that in here. And it does. It does auto input. Very cool. So let's go ahead and just put all of our redstone in here for now. And let's get 2 more stacks of copper. And, oh. Put that in the wrong one. Redstone's got to go in here. I don't know how I messed that up. Let's see. Okay, so if copper in there, I can't really check that one, but it does appear to keep going. And we've got 3 red alloy ingots. We can just go ahead and let that roll, let that rock and roll. We might end up making more of these primitive alloy smelters depending on what other ingots we're going to need, but I do know the importance of having primitive alloy, so we're going to want to have that going as often as possible. Very cool. Let's go ahead and check our blast furnaces as well to see how they're going. Cool, they're full. Gonna clean those out. Very nice. Very nice. I think we have 2 more stacks of hot metal that we're gonna want to make. Oh, also, I just went through and upgraded my backpack because I found a diamond vein over there. So now we have a diamond backpack, which is, I believe, the fully upgraded one until fairly late in the pack. So not too bad, not too bad. Well, let's get the hot metal out of here. 2 more stacks of it. I put all the extra stuff, all the byproduct stuff in there as well. I do kind of like this hot metal, hammer it down into wrought iron. I do kind of like the way that works. I don't know why, but not too bad. The diamond vein will be cool because we'll be able to get a lot of coal from that, which is should be helpful for us. But also found some aluminum and aluminum zinc vein down there as well. We obviously can't do anything with the aluminum yet, but anyway, we have it in case we want it. So got a good amount of steel so far. Got a good amount of steel. Let's go ahead and put that back in there, and then we can look at the quest book and see how we are rocking, how we are rolling. Put that back in here. All right, cool. Let's grab ourselves our first red alloy and see where we need to go. Red alloy. Very nice. Cool. Let's collect that. Okay, so we're getting very, very close here to making our first primitive circuit. We just need to make a resistor, some basic circuit boards, some red alloy cables, and some glass tubes, or vacuum tubes. So let's work with the glass tubes. Alloy smelter. Glass tubes is in the alloy smelter. We just need glass dust in a ball mold. Okay, well, glass dust. It's flint dust and sand dust. Ooh, okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. Is there any better way to do this? Does not look like it. So sand dust is not great. So let's just get 1 stack of it. Okay. One stack of sand dust. Oh, didn't have enough. Okay. One thing I will say is the mortars are always the first thing to go down. Craft 2 more of these. Finish that off. Okay. And we need some flint. Now, I think we have okay, we have 39 of it. That's not terrible. If I would have known that that recipe was in here, I probably would have done a better job of hoarding it. I do have a lot of gravel. Is there any way to just convert gravel into flint? Pulverize it into sand. I can smelt it into slag. Can I do anything interesting with that? No, I can't. So so let's just see. Oh, I can use a mortar. Okay. Well, that's not nearly as bad then. If I can use a mortar, then that's okay. It's going to take a lot of durability from our mortars, but that's okay. Need 16 more. There we go. We got a stack. Now we got to convert this into dust. Right? Dust. Where did I miss that part? Flint dust. Do you just have to pulverize? How do I make this? Seems like it's just a byproduct from all of these different things. How is this not? So I have to pulverize it, which we have a macerator, not a big deal. We don't need this quite yet. Macerator, turn that into flint dust. And it's pretty quick. Okay, so that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we can kind of just let this rock and roll then until we are ready to make that. Okay, so we're going to need a ball mold, which if I am remembering correctly, yep, we're going to need the shape plates, which is just 4 of these. Okay, cool. Let's make sure we get the ball mold as well. Okay, so needs to make some plates. Cool, cool. We're also going to need a file. Oh, that's not the file. Where is my file? What did I do with my file? It must have broke. Okay, well, I can't remember the recipe. Actually, let me think about it. I think it might just be this. Sorry if I'm all over the place today, guys. I am just grinding here. File. Yep. Oh, it's plates. Okay, well, that's not terrible, I guess. Should have known it was gregified. Okay, there we go. Now we have a file. Now, we should be able to make ourselves the empty plate and the ball mold. Okay, so we have the ball mold. We are working on getting the sand, or the flint dust. And then at that point, we should be able to make all of the components that we're going to need. So glass tube into vacuum tube. What's different about the vacuum tube? It takes a lot of wrought iron rods and some copper bolts. Okay. Wrought iron rods. Let's start working on all these components then. Okay. Wrought iron rods. Let's make 32 of them for now. That should be fine. Wrought iron rods. Fine. We'll put all of our circuit ingredients in here. Okay. Coated circuit board. Let's go ahead and make some more of these. There's 27 more. Not too bad. Okay, and then these just take copper. So we're going to need a lot of copper. In fact, we're probably going to need more copper. Let's get these into rods. And then half of them we will turn into bolts with my saw, which is in my backpack. Cool. And bolts. So we have the bolts, we have the rods, and we will have the glass tubes, which will be able to make the vacuum tubes. Red alloy ingot. Okay, it's very simply just red alloy wire, string, and rubber, which I don't know. Okay, so we'll hopefully I can make 32 of them, because I know we're going to need a lot. So we're going to need a whole stack of red alloy, which we're not going to have right away. But at least we can, we should be able to make our first circuit here very, very, very soon. Okay, let's get the flint dust. Continue to let this go for now. Not too bad speed-wise. Got to be careful with this. So it's still hot, so it's still going to be creating steam. I feel safe about that. All right. Give me that back. Let's combine the sand dust and the flint dust into glass dust. So now we need glass dust with the glass, or the ball mold, and that should be all of the glass tubes that we're going to need. So I don't think we're going to need to make another alloy smelter. I'm not too worried about that. it'll just be some time spent off camera of it going, and it's not too bad right now. But it does look like red alloy is going to be something that we're going to want constantly running, and maybe we should actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should, but I feel like we're pretty close to getting an LV alloy smelter, so that's not too bad. But let's go ahead and cut this off right now. Let's put some stuff away in the backpack. It's good, it'll save us a little bit of copper. Okay, get our last ingot out, and I think, oh, there's a backlog. We're gonna need to fix that. Only problem with those is that you can't access them once they're done. Okay, so I want to put the mold glass dust. There we go. So 4 to make 4 takes 7 seconds. We should start seeing that coming in here any second. Very cool. Got our first glass tubes. Very nice. Okay. So what else is necessary? Circuit boards. I believe this is just copper wire. Okay, so we just got to make a lot of copper plates and get those into wires because we don't have the ability to do it at a 1-to-1 rate yet. So copper plates into wire cutter, and 32. So not a whole lot. We can make 4 of them. So not the best, but also not the worst. We can deal with that when we can. Okay, so that's good. So we've got the basic circuit board done. That's the final component in that line. Red alloy wire we can make. We're not gonna be able to make too much of it, but we can make what looks like 12, which should make us plenty for the time being. Wire cutter into red alloy plates. We need to get some string. And here we go. Now we've got 12 red alloy wire. Very nice. Put that in here. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. Okay. Nice. What else is we gonna need? I know we're gonna need steel plates, I think. So let's just go ahead and make 16 of those. I haven't looked at the recipe yet, but I remember that there was steel plates in the recipe before. So that's not too bad. What else is necessary? We just gotta make the vacuum tubes. I guess the last ingredient we're gonna need are these resistors, which take fine copper wire, or you can just use all regular copper wire and charcoal dust to make 2. So this looks like the recipe we're going to want to do. Although it might be more expensive, but you do get 2. Yeah, let's do that. So can we put coal in the pulverizer? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Stack of coal, put it over here in the macerator. How slow is it? 8 seconds per. Okay, well, it's not too fast, but it's not the worst. Let's get ourselves some more copper wires. This is the worst recipe in the game early on. Oh no, we're out. Our wire cutter's out. The worst thing in the game to craft. Oh no, this is a shame. Let me find the wrought iron recipe. It's towards the end. What does it look like? This one. Okay. Splendid. I'm so excited to craft that again. It's my favorite thing in the world. All right, so finishing off with that, we're gonna need a few rods. Let's just make this. Okay. We're gonna need, let's just make 4 plates. Let's cut some of these into bolts. File these into screws, bolts, ingots, plates, and rods. Should, in theory, give ourselves after we have the screwdriver. Should give ourselves our wire cutter again. Man, that is the worst thing in the world to craft, but we did it, and we got ourselves the rest of the copper wire. Ugh, man, that one is not fun. Okay, what was I even doing? I don't even remember for the life of me. I was making resistor recipe. Okay. Which needs 4, 2, carbon. Okay, so you can use carbon too. I probably have some of that around. Maybe you could use dark ashes. That might be useful. But we'll try that out in a second. So let's check out, make some of them just from this. Vacuum tubes. We are good to go on the vacuum tubes. Let's get the red alloy back going. We have an intruder. Oh, never mind. He has passed. Okay, there we go. So now we're getting red alloy again. Coal dust. Cool. Okay, so this is out of heat and out of steam. Okay, so we need to put some more coal in there. 1,000 things going on in my brain right now. Let's just grab some lignite coal for the time being. These last pretty long. All right, anyway, heat's high enough. It's not a big deal. So we have 8 coal dust. We're gonna go 8 coal dust. Before we do that, we need this. All right, so here and here. And we have the perfect amount to make ourselves 16 resistors. And we're getting pretty close now. So resistors, circuit boards, red OLED cables, steel plates, and I believe the last thing we are going to need is to make ourselves the vacuum tubes, which if I remember the recipe correctly, it is just right here. There we go. We made 16 vacuum tubes. And we have a little bit of extra stuff left over. Not too bad. Just go ahead and put all those ingredients back. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's grab all this stuff and see if we are ready to go to make ourselves our first primitive circuits. I would think that we're there now. Primitive processor. Just a step up from an just a step up from an abacus. I read that word so wrong. An abacus. Primitive technology, but it runs your LV machines. This was the goal of the steam age. Now that you can make these, you're ready to start putting a couple dozen of them to use in your first electric machines. And that is exactly what I plan to do. So let's go ahead and do that here. We need 3 per. What a fun recipe this is. And it's not iron, or it's not steel, it's wrought iron, which I guess I should be happy for, I think. I guess. It doesn't use steel. It'll get used, so I'm not worried about that. But wrought iron plates. Let's just go ahead and make more. So it looks like, based on what I'm seeing in the recipe, we're gonna need a lot of copper, but red alloy is actually going to be the bottleneck. So we really need to just have this going as often as we can. So let's just go ahead and put these back down, and I'm gonna have to spend some time down in the mines getting more copper and more redstone so that we can make this thing go as often as we can, because we're gonna need to make a lot of circuits, and I want to make sure that we make a good amount of them at the start here. Well, it doesn't seem too bad to make. So, all right, so let's get this going. We should have everything we need to make not 1, but 4 primitive processors. Very cool. Awesome. So, very nice. It even gives us some red alloy. Awesome. Cool. Well, I think what I'm going to do to finish this episode off, now that we've made some really good progress, we've got our first processors, I'm not going to use them yet. I'm just going to hang out with them and kind of just let them hang out in my inventory. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put them away because I know I will lose them somehow and I will cry. So let's go ahead and put those away. Let's put everything away that we do not need immediately, because I want to continue building. I want to do some more building. I want to work on that window. I don't know if we're going to have enough, but we're going to see how far we can get before time is up today. So let's keep going. So let's start with making ourselves some more stone bricks. Not too bad. Got a good amount. All right, put that back in there. And I guess all we got to do now is get back to building. Very nice. This should be fine. Okay. Now I think I did it to, yeah, I did it to right here. Actually, 2 more. Okay. I hope we have enough. I think we do, but it's going to be close. Maybe I should just make more. If we don't have enough stone brick for this yet, I'll go work on the glass while it's smelting, and then we can finish up that way. But, building 1 would be nice right now. Okay, now if I can do this, there we go, that's not bad. I'm gonna give myself carpal tunnel by doing this. Use my entire length of my mouse pad. I haven't even realized that I need more materials for the roof. I haven't even done that math yet. Oh man. Okay, well this is be a bigger project than I thought. So we'll just continue pecking away at it as we go. Just keep going. Really wish I had that builder's wand working the way I expected it to work. I'm gonna have enough. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Should, but it's gonna be close. At least now I shouldn't have mobs jumping down on top of me, which is a start. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, well there we go. We have this back wall completed. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this area in between, but I know I'm gonna make that window. So let's go ahead and just over there and start placing some of that down. That was probably not the smartest thing. Could just teleported down. Okay, nice. Oh, there's connected textures. Oh yes, this is gonna be cool. Very nice so far. Very nice so far. Okay. So now I gotta get on top of this somehow. Let's get... I'm gonna make a little bit of a... Sure, this isn't gonna come back to bite me later. It'll just have to do. Okay. I need more blocks. Have any blocks in here? Nope. I want to get it up at least partial the way so I can kind of see what it looks like. But just from here, seems like it's going to be pretty cool. So it should be close to 20 blocks tall. Should be close to 20 blocks tall. Need some blocks. Cyan terracotta. I could use that for something. I could change the floor out for that. I'm not gonna stick with the cobblestone, obviously. It's just what I had on hand. Dirt's fine. I don't need to use anything else too crazy. Let's grab a few. But that went through a lot of glass, so we're gonna have to mine some more. That is for sure. But for time being, not a bad shout. Okay. Now we're gonna see if I can do it from this angle. Okay, yes, I can. This pack is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of casually going along and grinding. I don't have the constant pressure of feeling like I need to produce something. And I feel like in a lot of ways that makes the content more fun to watch. It's like you guys can just play while I'm playing. It's like we're playing together. Like the old times. Okay. Wall. Need to build up here. Okay. Not bad. Now we just need to clear this a little bit. We're gonna have to build another scaffold. I don't think there's scaffolding in this version yet, but thank God for connected textures. This could have been very, very, very ugly if it didn't have that, but I'm glad that it does. Let's see here. Looking very sick so far. I might even introduce some colored glass. I think you can, yeah. I might even introduce some colored glass in there and do some kind of a design. I was thinking maybe like a big blue gear, like the logo for Technological Journey. And yeah, I feel like that could be extremely, extremely cool. So yeah, that's awesome. So continuing to make red alloy ingots here. Let's take a step back from the base and kind of see what everything looks like. Let's head out here. I need to figure out the front door, but thinking it'll probably be clear out this a little bit right into that, or maybe this level, but I don't really want to enter right by the farms. But let's take a step back. It's a lot bigger of a project than I thought, but that's a good thing. Should means we have a lot of room for expansion. I like it so far. This is cool. Just a big wall of glass. Hey, I'm happy with the progress. Day three of playing this mod pack, and we already got ourselves our first primitive processors, and the base is coming along really well. We're going to be able to start doing some more things. I think definitely in between episodes, what I'm going to plan on doing is finishing off the build itself. Just because I feel like I've done a lot of building in the past couple, so I'm just going to try to finish it off, and then I can kind of walk you through it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to end it off for today. I'm out of time, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. And for those of you that stuck around to the end, you have no idea how much it means to me. So go ahead and hit the like button if that is you. And if you're new here and you haven't seen any of my content before, go ahead and hit subscribe. We got some cool things coming, a lot of fun on the horizon here. So that's all I got. It's been your boy Eagle. Peace.